90.1 FM.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the lounge. I'm your host, Marlena Wright, and thank you all for joining us. This is our first show. We're so excited about this opportunity and this adventure, and we're excited for you to join us today. The lounge is a space for you to unwind after a long day's work, your weekly unwind, relaxing place. So we're so excited today, our first show, and we're going to have none other than the legendary Bobby Rush. I do want to introduce my co-host, Danny Lewis.
Hey, Danny Lewis of Danny Boy Entertainment here with Marlena on the lounge, where you can get the best interviews, the latest news. We ain't gonna gossip too much.
Not too much.
The newest music, and we're gonna have the best company because we got live interviews from a lot of good people. A lot of good people from the entertainment world and the business world and the political world as well. And today we have my dear friend, the living legend himself, 3-time, not one, not two, but 3-time Grammy nominee and winner.
Who is he?
Bobby Rush.
Mr. Bobby Rush. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Marlena, thank you both for having courage to do something like this, because this is going to be great. Not because I'm here, we're going to be great because people like me get lost in the shuffle of the past to now to where it's going. Not because I'm a blues singer, but the blues is the root of all music. If you don't like the blues, you probably don't like your mom.
Well, I love my mom. I must love the blues.
Yes, I love the blues. Well, we thank you so much for joining us today. We were excited when we were discussing our first show, and I was like, Danny, who we gonna have? We were like, who is gonna be our first guest? We said none other than Mr. Bobby Rush.
Well, I appreciate that. I wasn't let down, but I was looking so high for not my co-host, my co-worker with Miss Lowe was going to be here. And she was thinking tomorrow, and so did I think tomorrow. I was in 25 to 30 miles out when Danny Boy called me and reminded me of this day. Some of us 20 minutes away. I drove 100 miles an hour, had 2 police waving my hands. I guess
ain't nobody gonna stop you in Mississippi, man. The governor, you know everybody.
And they kind of opened the way. I was running wheels, driving my little car, ducking in and out the traffic, But I'm here safely in sound, and I appreciate you waiting on me to do this. And I just hope that I can be a part of you launching something that's going to be great for you. I perceive that this podcast you're doing now going to be one of the greatest podcasts in Mississippi, because you started, not just me, you started at a 90-year-old man who, my birthday, I'll be 91. This is the root, and all the rest of the people you get come in under that. I don't mean under to the point they're less than I am. I'm more than I am. But I started before them. And to talk to me, who have been here for 329 records later, I've been recording this year for 73 years.
Wow. Well, I love the modesty and the humbleness that you got, but I gotta pat you on the back and toot your horn. You have done some of these other boys ain't done. You won the biggest award that you can win in music, and that's a Grammy. Not 1 time, not 2 times, but 3 times.
But you gotta understand, this award here wasn't. It was a music award, but it wasn't a record award. It was a record of the year. That means all
blues records.
All 10 of my songs went in equally. Mm-hmm. The first time it ever happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, the album will review every song, the 10 songs. It's the album, not the song.
Mm-hmm.
The whole album.
The whole album. Yeah.
So while y'all watching the Final Four, getting ready for the national championship, he got a clean sweep.
Exactly. And we definitely gonna go into to that win. But I guess I wanna and then you're right. We have you here today and you being one of and then you may can correct me, one of the more seasoned oldest as far as artists and blues artists. And to help these artists that's coming behind you now. I guess let's start with your how you grew up, your upbringing. I know you grew up in Louisiana.
Yeah.
And is it true that you built your first guitar out of a broom and wire? Tell us about that.
I lied about it, a broom. I'm from Louisiana. I left in my hometown in 1947. Went to Pine Bluff, Arkansas with my father, who was a preacher, pastor of 2 churches. In 1950, I joined the Rabbit Foot, like a traveling ministry, blues.
A blues ministry?
Yeah, it was Saturday blues. Wasn't a church that was ministry. It was about clowns, stand-up comedian, and all of that. I got my first job as a stand-up comedian, man. Myself and Red Fox. Caesar Capone hired me, who was Al Capone's brother, in 1951. And he said, "Hey, boy, you want to make some money, boy?"
Big cigar.
Big cigar. I said, depending on what I'm doing. He said, "What don't tell me what to do. You do what the hell I tell you to do." I didn't know who he was. He said, if you can make me laugh, I give you $7 a night. You in the band.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Yeah, $7 a night.
For the whole band?
For the whole band.
How many people was in the band?
3-piece band,
So y'all got $2.
$2.75 a night. But I got a raise shortly after that. Got a raise for $15 a night. Then I hired Muddy Water on every Wednesday night for $5.50. 1951.
With the whole band?
The whole band.
No, fuck. I get Muddy Water, $5.50. We took the rest of the money, split it up by $3.08, 25 cents a piece.
Nice.
Wow.
But we had plenty of chitlin, hot dogs, hamburgers.
Is that why they call it the chitlin segment?
That's why they call it the chitlin segment, man.
Oh, wow.
So they gave you chitlins.
It's still in the hot dog, because we couldn't go into the restaurant. The Jim Crow thing was in.
Oh, wow.
Like it is today. It's a lot of things changed. But these so many things remain the same.
Yeah.
As a host, as a lady and a host, but then I know some things that I'm going to expose them now. As a management and an agent, he also booked a lot of shows. He knows he plays a lot of hats. He's just a manager who protect artists to work for cheap promoters, but he also a promoter who wants you to work cheap.
They want both.
Yeah. But I said that and laugh about it because that gives you the knowledge of both sides of the fence.
Yeah.
It does.
I've worked and hired B.B. King at least 150 times in his lifetime. He never hired me. That's because I wanted to open the show for B.B. King. The best way to do that, I booked the show, put me on the show, and I pay his money.
Well, and I'm glad you're talking about
That's what you do.
Yeah, absolutely. We've been friends, long time. So, hey, I'm glad you're saying this because a lot of the younger and up-and-coming artists, new artists, don't really kind of understand the importance of relationships in this business. You were only able to get to B.B. King because you had a personal relationship with him, even above the management, because I've heard you saying that I met B.B. King and Bobby Bland through you at his 80th birthday party.
Right.
But the management, B.B. King couldn't do a lot of stuff because he was under the thumb of management, and you never really had that problem.
Well, since we're talking about this, I didn't have that problem. But problem I had, I was too controlling, so I didn't get the green light to do a lot of things that other people was able to do. How I got this job, where I am now, one of the reasons, when I was 8 or 9 years old, my daddy was a farmer. Farm cotton, corn, chicken, cows, horse, and everything. He had me to work in a gin for E.L. Burgess. I was making $8 a week, less than 10 or 15 cents an hour. And the man told me, said, "I want you to work for me, and I give you a payday." I went to work for him looking for a payday, which was money, because I didn't know anything about no hourly pay or no weekly pay. Just, you didn't know anything about that. So I went all the week cutting his leaves, hauling wood around his house. I had this white man house spotless.
Mm.
I said, how did I do, Mr. Budge? He said, you did fine, boy. You're the best boy I ever had. Talking to me. He said, come on in, get your payday. I went in looking for me some money. I had worked 5 days. He gave me 2 bars of payday. His wife gave me one, he gave me one.
Payday candy?
Candy bar.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
But I said that to laugh about it, to let you know that we as black have to find a way. When you fall, you get up
That's true.
and dust yourself off.
That's true.
I'm saying all this now because this is your first podcast. It's your first interview with me. You're going to run into a lot of valleys and hills. But when you fall or make a mistake, don't quit. Because if you make a mistake and know it, you can correct yourself.
That's true.
What's bad about mistake when you make a mistake and don't know it? Because the Bible teaches me, in my understanding, a man to do wrong so long, he'll think he right.
Mm.
So if you know you're wrong, you can stop that any way you want it.
That's
I
true.
never drank, smoke, get high, no form of fashion. But lately, I got so many things wrong with me.
And you know,
I can't look at big ladies. They'll kill you too.
yeah. And you say you wasn't going to
I lied.
big booty
But I
woman.
lied. I lied. My daddy lied. All of them. I take it honest. They just my
It's in the blood.
Hey, you like what you like. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Well, you've had a remarkable career. We've talked about spanning over several decades. And we just discussed the 3 Grammy Awards. You nominated for, the first one was the Porcupine Meats album. Yeah. And this was for the Best Traditional Blues album. So like you said, it was the entire album.
Then I had, before that, I had in between the sandwich of that, was the Raw. The Raw. Mm-hmm. Which was when I started my career with that one-room guitar string upside the wall.
Okay.
They call it dilly bow. But we didn't call it dilly bow. I called it a one-string guitar.
Right.
And I remember I broke my guitar string upside the wall. I didn't have another string other than the hay baling wire. You probably too young to know what that is. So we just tie wire up with it. But it was too big, and it sounded boo, boo, boo. I need that thin wire go so down. I needed that, and I broke it. So my mother knew that I wanted the broom. When she wear the broom out, you just should wear it down to the nub, and I could have the broom wire, that little wire that wraps the broom and hold the straw together.
Right.
I could have it. I called my mother, Ma. I said, Ma, can I have this broom? She said, yeah, you can have it, boy, when it wear out. Well, the broom was brand new. I know it used to be a couple of months for the broom get wear down. So I went down to the horse trough in the pasture and dipped it in the water, got it juicy and wet. And I went to the cow and said, hey, cow, come here, cow. The cow hitting the straw, hit the broom up. Hit it down to the straw. I said, Mom, can I have it? Yeah, boy, you can have it old broom. She thought it was an old broom. Right at the cow, it is.
Yeah, you done a lot of bad things.
See, that got you where you at.
But I had my guitar.
There you go.
Next week I was
Yeah, the strings was.
There you go. And then you said we're Raw than Raw, and then
Raw than Raw.
And then the latest one, All My Love for You. That's the third.
All My Love for You. I want to stress this today. Danny, it's something about you and I, friendship, honestly. I just met you, but you look so much better than Danny. But Danny's my friend. Yeah. He's been through the ups and downs. He knows a lot about this business. He knows me. He always looks out for me. I look out for him. And I would have got a ticket today trying to get here. Anybody know?
No, you have to talk to, call the governor or the transportation commissioner or whoever to get that dialogue,
I was running, and my baby son is lieutenant on the police force here.
okay.
So I give myself this. I'm running down such and such a street. I'm on the street now because it becoming, And if anybody get at me, I'm just going to outrun them.
That's it.
Yeah,
There you go.
here where I'm going. On Livingston Road. If you find it.
Find you on
There
Livingston
you
Road.
go.
Huh?
There you go.
But I said that to let you know how much I appreciate you, Lee.
Thank you so much.
And now just meeting you, just
Yeah.
gonna be, and you just.
I'm excited. We this just the first of many times. We're gonna have you back again. We gotta hear you. You still working though every day, right?
Yeah, I'm working out there. And I'm still learning. I'm still enthused. I still have hope. I'm enthused by what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And God has blessed me to be around long enough to know that I don't know anything. Because when a man tells what he know, he won't talk long. Because man don't know nothing. But God has really blessed me to have 429 records I recorded.
Wow.
And over 300 singles. But 429 records. Now this record called All My Love for You. I'm talking about everyone, especially the DJs, the TVs, the radio, the newspaper, everybody who's have a part in promoting Bobby Rush. I want to thank them for what they have done, indirect and direct.
Right. Yeah.
Some intentions to help me, some intentions to do me harm. But my belief is that no man can harm me because I had a hedge around me. I'm not Job, but I've been that way.
Right. Yeah.
I had a hedge around me.
That's it.
God have blessed.
Yes. Yeah.
And I have so many fond memories of you. The first time of knowing you, I was in Chicago, small kid. There was a congressman or something up there, politician, whose name was Bobby Rush. But they would say, you and Miss Purvis Spann, God rest his soul.
Yeah.
WBOL.
WBON.
Yeah, BON. Y'all would go out and come out to the hood, as they say, and give away stuff to the kids and buy stuff. So first time I was seeing you, like they would let the water hydrant loose and let the water in the street. And I saw you. See this guy here with this all this hair and stuff. And this is Bobby Rush. So we looking for the politician guy. Like, nobody won't see that old dude. But then years later, I saw you back when my mom moved us back down south. And as I got out of high school, I attended Rush College in Holly Springs. And they say, we're having the Blues and Gospel Festival. I'm like, I'm in the church. I'm in the gospel group. Yeah. How this going to go together? We got Bobby Rush and Lynn White. And then they had a bunch of gospel groups would come and sing. We would play. And then you and Lynn White would come out and close the show. And Lynn White had that split and big pretty legs and stuff. So
I didn't see it.
I did. But you had a guy dancing. You called him the Young Rooster or something.
The Rooster in the Hen.
And you had a young lady. But that show just fascinated me. You had the cape on and all of that. And I'm like, this dude here is a real entertainer. And when I met you personally, walked up to you in the late 90s, we started talking. You said, hey, man, I remember you, you little pea-head joke, something like that. And we've been close friends ever since.
Yeah.
You pull me to the side, give me advice. You stick with me when I make mistakes. And some of the other guys or other people that I thought or think were my friends, when they get you in you show the real meaning of true friendship and true love. And you've always been there. And I'm gonna tell some of his business now. During COVID, he had COVID.
Yeah,
first people to have it. But he called me later in that year, just out of the blue. I'm sitting there worrying about him because we see it on the TV and we hear it on the radio. I'm wondering what's up with Bobby. Is he okay? He called me and like, hey, bud, you good? Meet me down at the truck stop. And he said, I hit a lick. And you gave me some money. Not a little bit of money. You gave me some money to help me out during COVID. And that just meant a lot to me and my family. So I always have a special place in my heart for Bobby Rush.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I have a special place in my heart for you, not because what you do for me is what you do for me and others. You do so much. And I tell this now because I hear the talk in the background with people saying this, that, not only about you, said about me and everybody else. But even though there was some time you didn't do well, but how many times you paid everybody off and everybody made money but you?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I've learned a valuable lesson. I work with the people that are my true friends. And everybody else, I just try to do good business, and if you make a mistake or you do something wrong in business, you make it right, and you keep on moving. But I found out, I heard Calipari say after the Final Four last night, when you're beating people, when you win, and when people don't want you to win.
That's right.
That's right. When you win as a whole, people start finding something to say. There was nothing negative that you could say about either one of those teams.
Oh, yeah.
Last night.
You know what? I had thought when you think about the team and think about me, you, and I'm sitting there, what can you say about either one of them?
Nothing negative you could say.
I mean, somebody got to lose because someone wins. But every time someone wins, somebody has to lose.
Yeah.
But nothing you can say about the loser.
Yeah.
Right.
And normally, those are the people that's saying the most are the one on the sideline.
Absolutely.
They're not playing the game. It's the spectators, it's the commentators. So, you know.
That's so good to talk about because that's what we have to think about. We all on this thing to make a living or make a getting in the world or make some kind of statement about yourself, about the thing you want to do. So all these teams have played well, have made some mistakes, but they got up out of the mistakes and did well. So,
they keep going.
Absolutely.
Keep going. You make mistakes, you learn, you keep going.
That's right.
And then with that, I know with you and Danny's friendship and your span in the industry, what advice would you, if some of these younger artists and these newer artists coming in the industry, what advice would you give them?
Well, to be good at what you do. And I try to be good at what I do. This little pie that I made up, my little slice that I sliced out of it, I try to be good at that. You don't even have to like me, disrespect me. So, well, I don't like all Bobby Rush, but damn, you good. That's all. That's good enough. And that's what you got to do. And my plan is now, at my age and time, it be good enough to do all I can, why I can. When it comes to time I can't do, I won't regret what I did not do.
That's true. That's good. And that's a good way to look at it.
That's wisdom.
Oh, yeah.
That's wisdom. From the living legend himself. Bobby Rush, right here in the lounge. I'm your man, Danny Boy, co-host.
I'm Marlena Wright, and we're going to just pause. I do want to, we're talking about your best traditional blues album for All My Love, so I want to play a song off of that album. I want to. That's one of my, one of my favorite. I like them all.
You want to. You want to.
You shut up. I ain't still yet.
That's one of mine, so we're going
to. Hey, babe, I want to.
I want to. I like, that's mine, so we're going to play that right now. I want to off of All My Love, so that's one, like I said, one of my favorites.
Well, that's one of your favorites, but all of my favorites, I wrote them all, but I do have one little edge over, one song had a little edge over the other.
Okay.
It's the first cut. It said, I'm talking about the things I used to do and what I do compared to what I do now. I said, if you notice, I said, I came a long way, but we got a long way to go. The things I used to do down in Louisiana, I don't do anymore. I used to carry water 15 miles for 50 cents a day. Now it's a shame a boy my age had to work so hard every day. I used to pick cotton in a cotton field where I used to live. It's all right picking cotton if you own a piece of the field. I'm free. Look at me, can't you see? I got the shackles off my feet and the chains off my mind.
That's deep.
Wow.
That's deep.
I wonder if anybody out there really got that.
I know.
I wonder if they really got that.
Yeah.
But you like you live in a different world because you come from a different era. A different time. I watch a lot of history movies and they call them what do they call slave movies or whatever, because I want to really get into how our culture was developed and why. And a lot of things we do now, and the way that we think and the way that we move as a race of people has been placed on us. by other cultures, and just hearing you, knowing somebody that actually lived through that. I got a little part of it because I was born in the '60s. Got just a little bit in the '70s, growing up in Tennessee, but we really didn't experience it much. It was kind of like there, but kind of hidden over here. You actually was there where you had to watch the way that you moved and the way that you look at people. You couldn't look certain people in the eye and that sort of stuff. Having to go through the back.
It's a shame that you have to do that then. It's a shame you did it even before that. It's a shame we're doing it now. It's a shame it's going to do it forever because it's already been written in the book, in the good book, Bible, written about what's coming. So it's nothing new under the sun. A lot of things have changed, but so many things remain the same. As a host of the podcast, you try, at least I do, stay away from politics. But then how can you stay from politics when politics is 90% of everything that's happening?
That's true.
It's all politics. Now we got to play a politic to keep from saying something that rubs people wrong. Even if it's the truth, you got to find a way to say it. Because, first of all, you're black, you're on a podcast, and nobody really owns the airway, so you got to speak in it like you'll be a part of it, but not own it, so people won't put you down or kick you out.
Right.
Because how can a man tie up the enemy on the outside of the house? You got to get inside the house and all the time up. So what we got to do? We got to be smart enough to get inside
Yeah,
of the
because
house.
I hear you say that all the time, but I followed you on the political trail where you actually support certain political candidates with money and with your presence, with drawing people out to the events. So it's kind of like almost it's a little irony there.
Yeah.
You say,
I'm traveling now with the Blind Boys and working.
and you guys have the same
management,
right?
But I do a lot of shows with them, and people say,
Shout out to Jeff. I love that dude, smart guy.
He said, "Well, how's this going to work with the Blind Boys and Bobby Rush, this demon and these spiritual guys?" I said, "Well, what I do, I get up and talk about fat ladies, in between, skinny ladies." One lady so skinny, I said she joined sideways. I thought she was gone. One lady that ate so much she had got fat, but I like them like that. And all in between, I tell them, eat a little more buttermilk and cornbread, you'll get like that.
You'll get like that.
Yeah. I love it. I love it.
But I said it in a joking fashion because everybody's everybody. But then the question was always been asked. That's why Jesus asked the question to his certain man. So who do you say I am? He wasn't concerned about who said what, because he know who said what and what that meant. He want to know who was asking. What did you thought about it? So people want to know, Bobby Rush, I got this record here. Listen to it. They want to know what I think about it.
Right.
They want to know what I think about it. A lady had come to me about 8 days ago. She said, I'm going to write this book, Bobby Rush. I said, what is it about? Tell me a little something about it. She said, you got to help me with it. Find out that my mother was a prostitute before I was born or whatever. I said, yeah. Now what? Now it's a mother. I can't say what I want to say about a mother because it's hard to look at a man's face. Hey, you got an ugly baby.
You gotta say the baby cute, no matter what.
You gotta say it. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. That's a cute baby.
Yeah, you got to say that.
Yeah.
So I didn't know what to say because the truth hurt. Because I laugh about it. I laugh about everything, I can't do all the things I used to do at 90 years old. But I'm a bad man one time.
There you go.
One time. One time anyway. He's a bad man. One time. Just one time. Now, how many would admit that? How many men out there would admit that?
But they don't have to admit
that. They're younger than you, right?
Yeah. But I laugh about it because it's such a blessing. Let me say to both of you, I'm so happy you have me on today. God has given me a gift. I'm not above the one who don't have it, but I know it's a special gift that God has given me. Because what God has given me and a few other people, I'm not talking about the only one to have it. There's a few other people have it. But it ain't many have this gift I'm getting ready to talk about. Because a man can be taught how to play a guitar or other instrument, but you can't be taught to do what I do, Elvis Presley do, or B.B. King do. That's God. You got to be born to do this.
Exactly.
You got to be born to do that because nobody teach me this. I have 439 records, and today I can recite at least 350 of them right now. 70 years ago, I wrote a song saying, "In a little shack down by the bay, not far from New Orleans, I met this pretty woman down there when I was about 19. She went and told her daddy she wanted to marry me, and the look on her daddy's face really was a sight to see. He said, 'Get out of here with you, and don't you come back no more.' I wanted to meet her daddy like a young man oughta, but he didn't want no blues singer like Bobby Ray to get married to his daughter. Because when I went by the house today, he met me at the door, Dad, Mom, Big Brother John, and a dog named Bo. Well, her brothers and sisters $60 on it made him tear up all my clothes. I was running fast trying to get away down a dusty road. I was running fast trying to get away, and I crossed the railroad track. I could hear the kids throwing rocks at me every time I stopped to look back. Then I sneaked down to get married. The judge said, "Do you solemnly swear? Take this woman for your lawful wife, not a one-night love affair." Before I'd open my mouth to say I do, guess who walked through the door? Dad, Mom, Big Brother John, and a dog named Bo. Well, I decided to myself I want to get married anyway, have to find a way to elope. I decided to go to Las Vegas to get away from her nose and folk. As soon as I got to Las Vegas, the same day I walked in, there were all her kin, that damn dog again. Now, I said that to you, let you know that how God has blessed me. I'm 90 years old. I can recite 350 songs just like that.
Wow.
That's a blessing.
That's a blessing. I remember.
Wow.
So be careful what you say about me to me.
You might remember. You gotta tell your buddy to keep the stamp there. Remember what he said about you. You might remember. I want to. This show, when they asked me about doing it, one of the reasons I agreed to do it is because they wanted to make it be about the history and the historical part of WMPR and the legacy of blues and the emergence of this new sound that came from the blues, this Southern soul. So I want you to take a little time and kind of explain to the younger artists that's just making records and putting songs out and eager to get on shows, how important it is about the business of the music industry. Because you talked about this song, you wrote it 70 years ago, and you may have heard me mention Jeff, your new manager, young guy, but smart. And he went all the way back to some records that you were not getting royalties.
That's right.
And getting money off of, and basically showed you how to make recoup money and make money off of those same records that you thought were just given away or lost in the dust. Explain to some of these young artists how important it is to learn the business.
It's only to learn the business. It's also have to. It's in this business you have to be at the right place at the right time, and picking the right person who management and owning the ownership with you or for you or looking out for you for your beings in this business. Here's what I want to tell you two as a host. As you get into this podcast, try to get me, myself, buddy guy, I'm just naming a few guys in this page, to be on this, to get the soul guys here. You're doing it right. Don't put the southern side go first and then invite the older guys.
Absolutely.
Because that's where it's coming from. The point I'm getting to is that what Sam Cooke got killed for, are you listening well, is what I strive to do and got away with it. What Martin Luther King got killed for, what I decide for myself and my family. What he got killed for, what he was doing for me and others like me, and who couldn't help themselves. Ray Charles crossed over and crossed out, so did B.B. King. Not intentionally, because he had to do what he had to do for the contract that he signed with people who didn't mean him well about his health and benefits and his monies. I said that because now I understand that his family fighting over $2 million.
Oh, wow.
I want you to listen to me. How does this sound? You're fighting over $2 million if B.B. King make $30,000 a night, 6 days a week for the last 75 years.
Oh, wow.
Wow. So a lot more money to be fighting over.
Yeah.
That don't add up.
That don't add up
Yeah,
to me.
it don't.
That don't add up to me. So you're going to find out from years to come, Michael Jackson just didn't die. You're going to find out Prince just didn't die. But I'm a little Bobby Rush. As your first podcast, I'm setting something for you. I'm the one slipped through the crack because I wasn't worthy of watching, because I was mom and pop where I could make money one-on-one with my family.
Right.
Corporate, you can also do the same thing. All in between is a loser because you're too big for one thing, not big enough for another. I wasn't worthy of watching, so I slipped through the crack. So now here I am. I got 2 nickels, and God done blessed me to remember who watching me with the nickel.
Good advice.
Love it.
Yeah.
Great advice.
Good advice. Yeah. Because
Great
like
advice.
you said, they coming in now, and I'm spinning off with the Southern Soul like you were speaking of, and it's not organized quite yet like the other genres.
Well, the Southern Soul is something that Southern Soul didn't name themselves.
Okay.
Southern Soul was called Southern Soul because of the podcast, who owned the rights of it, who owned the outlet of it, the airways of it, who owns and talks about the chilling circuit. It wasn't the black people. If the white people wrote about the black people about chilling circuit, what they perceived of it.
Right. They coined it. They termed that name.
They never, nobody never came to me, Bobby Rush, what you say about it. They always talk about me when I'm dead and gone. They have a street that named after me. Jackson now,
Ellis Avenue. That's right. Used to be Ellis Avenue.
Yeah, I guess they waited on me to die before they put the signs up.
What? Whoa.
So we need them to get that sign up now. So you can see what is giving your signs up now.
I'm talking about the real deal.
Yeah. Give you your flowers.
Name the street out there, the signs.
Yeah, we need that sign up now.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, somebody.
But that's all planned. I said that to open this Southern Soul back into it. Southern Soul. If you say Southern, you talk about Mason-Dixon line.
The South.
And people talking about the South region. If you're talking about the South and the Blue, you're talking about black until the white people start to done it. Now the Southern Soul and the black people is trying to play like white people trying to play black. That bothered me.
Yeah, well, but Bobby, but the thing about it is, it's hard. It's kind of hard to get the artists to understand because they get caught up into playing in certain little areas, certain regions or certain areas, and the money coming and coming and coming, but they don't think about when that window closed. What have you done to broaden that brain?
You had to draw. If you look at, I'm not, I made a mistake too. I couldn't do some of the things. But if you look at where I work, from Maine to Mexico, from London to wherever, I'm all over. But God have blessed me. I can pick my guitar up and my harmonica up. Hey, man.
Yeah, because we did an event, this summer on a Wednesday night or Tuesday or something.
On a rainy
Wednesday night. 200 and some people at like $150
and cold.
Wow.
And cold.
And then have my long draws
on. Have your long draws on with just your harmonica and your guitar.
Yeah.
And people pay to see that. But it wasn't a lot of us.
Yeah.
So you didn't have to have the girls and the band and all of that. But it just, it moves me. It moves me to see how other cultures embrace what you've done a lifetime. And here, some of us have seen you 1,000 times. And, now promoters or so-called promoters will say, well, he ain't worth that. I don't understand that. When you were in France getting like $40,000 a show, I'm telling you, with just your guitar and your harmonica.
It was $4 a show.
Yeah, $4 a show. Yeah, with a bunch of zeros behind it. But then when you come here to where you made it popular, it's like, people don't understand it or appreciate it. So that's the thing that moves me about this quote unquote Southern soul movement. I just wish that the artists and the people that are promoting it would embrace it a little more and think about making it better and branding it just like you have. But you have to go out and seek, or not seek, but you have to accept other help to be able to do what you're doing now, because Jeff found you.
Yeah, he found me. I wasn't looking for him.
Yeah, you wasn't looking for him. He found you. So, and then to see the Klein boys, Mr. Jimmy and them at their age, 90 years old, I called him and told him after the Grammys, I said, you have made history. He said, what you mean? Every artist that you manage together is 270 years old, and all of them won Grammys.
You know what? When you got all the years, you're right.
Yeah.
That's a lot of years.
That's a lot of years.
Mm-hmm. Well, speaking of worldwide, you were named the Friendship Ambassador to the Great Wall of China. Tell us about that.
I went to China. The guy didn't have enough money for me to pay my band off.
Okay.
He said, Robert Rush, we need every genre of music representing the culture of that state. And you be good for representing the U.S. So I represented the U.S. They had little or no money for me. I said, I'll do it, but here's what I do. They want to give me $5,000. I said, no, I'll do it free. If you give me all the footage that shoots on it. They thought that was a good deal.
Mm-hmm.
I went to China. All the footage was was shot. I owned it. Now I'm telling you, they offer me a lot of money for it.
Mm-hmm. That's smart. That's smart.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, you and Michael are the only two black artists that's got like a painting or a picture on the wall.
They wanted me and Martin Luther King.
Michael Jackson, that is.
And they wanted me to write my words and handwriting, what I thought was freedom. And I read it. It's on the wall of China.
Wow. But that's worldwide. These artists, again, when we talk about the artists up and coming, you're in China. And because of your work and your reach and working with them, not too many artists alone can say that, especially in the blues and industry. So
it's not too many black artists go to China.
Right.
No. Want to go to China and draw 75 to 80,000 people tonight for $200 a person.
Exactly.
It ain't many people can
Not
do that.
At all. At all.
You count that people,
Yeah.
And I'll tell you I'll open it. I went to Spain and I went to Paris a few weeks ago. For the first time in history that a black man played an auditorium 14 nights and sold it out every night for $120 a ticket every night, standing room only. It's never been done.
Oh, wow.
First time ever been done.
Bobby Rush.
Exactly.
With a harp and a guitar.
A harp and a guitar.
Oh, wow.
Because they want to come see everybody. Let's go see this man. How can he draw this kind of picture and by himself, sitting on a stool with a harp and a guitar?
Wow.
Yeah.
You get your time mixed up too when you go overseas. Cause you call me at 3 o'clock.
No, I didn't get it mixed up. I didn't see. It was like, it was explained this about our friendship. My daddy was a farmer. He had a mule that walked contrary. He wouldn't walk on this side of the trail. He would walk everywhere. So my daddy was whipping the mule. And my granddaddy told him, son, don't hit him no more. Said that mule, he know better. He just don't give a damn.
So you call me at 2 o'clock about
You need to what time.
But then I answer, he don't care. He don't care. But I answer though.
He answered the phone.
Yeah.
He answered the phone
That's it.
Yeah,
You
I
know
think
he
what
gonna
kind of
see.
yeah.
That's a good friend.
It is.
That's
I
a good
know it's all
friendship.
out of love, though. I tease him about a lot of stuff because I'm just amazed that at his age that he can still perform at the highest level
Right. Oh yeah.
and keep touring and doing the dates that he's doing. You in Baltimore this week?
Baltimore, yeah, to Baltimore on Wednesday. And I'm in Philly tonight to Thursday. Friday and Saturday, I'm in New York.
Oh wow.
And Sunday, I'm in Newark, New Jersey. And Monday. Then I fly to Savannah, Georgia for Wednesday and Thursday. Then fly back to the White House the next day after that. Then I do 3 or 4 more days. Then I go be until the 19th. Then I come back to Jackson on the
On the
19th. I'll be back
yeah.
on the 19th, but I work on the 20th. 21st, I'm in Montgomery, Alabama, in a Mobile the next day.
Oh
Wow.
wow.
Yeah.
Woo.
And just finished recording with, but I'm telling you, business, all your business, in the studio in Memphis at the historic Raw Studio with Buddy Guy.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
But I did with the Kenny Wayne Shepherd, I did 12 songs with him. He's a big onto that market.
Wow. And you all over.
I'm
You
all
doing
over.
more than some of the local and younger people move, you moving.
I got this, what I got to do. People can see that, but what I got to say, I have no ring. What I got to do, I got to get me a house out of the reservoir
Okay.
and buy me some ring.
You got a whole street though. You got a street. You got a whole
your
street with it that you own. You can tell who to move on the street and who to move out, can't you?
No, I laugh about that because, you have to know, well, what is wealth? What is comfortable for a man? I think comfortable to me is being free enough to know when to fold it. When to deal or when to fold it in life. You got to know what's good for you. You got to know what's good for who you're making deals with. And you got to also know or think about the result, the lace in, who you going to leaving hanging of your decision. Because making a decision sometimes can be real hard. Making a decision for the deaf is different when you got kids involved.
Right. That's true.
Making a decision about an old woman crying, now that's different when it's your mama crying. Because kisses and candy and hush don't cry, don't make a grown woman smile. Making a decision about a rabbit that sits on the log, what's fun to a 5-year-old boy could be death for a toad frog. He's just playing with him. He stepped up, he forgot to jump.
And it's over.
Yeah.
So that's, I mean, like I said, and then I was watching a movie back here a couple years ago and I saw you, Dolomite. Is my name.
I messed up.
I said, look at here. Look at here.
Let me tell you how I messed up. See, I done my, I didn't know Eddie Murphy was part of this, that he had this big, deep pockets, do all this. I know he was a star, but I didn't know Eddie Murphy would put this $billions of dollars up to do this. So I said to myself, I'm going to get this right because I'm not going to be the laughing stock of this bear laughing at me because I don't get it right. I'm Bobby Rush. I'm going to have this thing right. They give me all this paper, all this thing to say, don't say, all this guideline. When I got there, I said, man, I'm not an actor. He said, I know that. He said, all of this you got?
Yeah.
You be Bobby Rush. And that's what he told me. I went in to the band. They're rehearsing. I ain't studying yet. The band were rehearsing it. It's a God truth. I went in with my song. I cut it in one take. No overdub, nothing. Went to the set at 9 o'clock in the morning. Went at 8, started shooting at 9. At 12:30, I was through with the whole session. Now, what I didn't know is that they give me $30,000 a day to get it right. Now, No, dumb me. I got it right the birthday.
You with your spots.
Yeah, with my sponsor.
So you should have
Now,
took a few more days.
I could have
You
got
coulda
mad.
did,
Come on,
yeah.
all they trying to do is just pop away. You don't feel like working today? Come back tomorrow.
There you
Right,
go, right.
I could have come back 4 or 5 days.
Oh my goodness.
No, that's dumb for me.
You didn't get it. You didn't get that one right.
No, it's not right. No, I went in out for more nail this. Show them. So,
Yeah.
if you see that, when Eddie Murphy came in, he stopped everything, came up and hugged me. That wasn't in it. That was something they taken.
Okay. So they
He stopped everything, come in and take. That was it.
Yeah. Oh wow. Well, you
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Bob Ray. He introduced to me. I mean, just.
Yeah.
And after you realize what the check could have been,
So you might need a couple more days to get this right.
I started, man, my stomach don't feel good.
Well, what was so impressive to me about that, you had a picture after we had talked afterwards where you had Eddie Murphy, Dave Chappelle, Tracy Morgan, Mike Epps, and all of these guys.
All these guys came to me like they around.
Looking at you, and you were just talking. I'm like,
they just listen to me talk. They just find me like little kids.
Yeah.
I said, what the hell is this?
I said, that's Dave Chappelle.
Right.
That's Mike Epps. That's Tracy Morgan. Everybody just looking at Bobby. And he's standing there doing what he's doing now. And I said to myself, God, you are good to me because I get this all the time. And you got billions of dollars around you. And they're impressed with it. And you just my friend.
Well, let me tell you, since you're my friend, that I love you. You can't do nothing about it. You're my new friend.
That's right. That's right.
And I love you.
Love me too.
But you can do something about it.
I heard that, Miss.
Daddy, are you blessed by it?
Yeah.
That means a lot coming from Bobby Ray. So
I know it
I'm
too.
validated. I'm validated.
I have my little hot
Okay.
And this is talking to everybody out there, especially the guys. First of all, fellas, be nice to your wife, your girlfriend, or your lady in your life. But ladies, you got to be nice to the fellas because the fellas get the low end of the stick about most of the things that we do.
That's true. That's true.
I think a man should go out and get in 2 jobs, bring all his money, and give it to his woman. Then if he wants to go out, he's supposed to say, may I go out tonight? May I have $3 of my money to spend with the boys? I think that's what it is.
I agree with that. I think most of women would agree with that. I think women would agree with that.
But I said that to set you up by this problem I have.
Okay.
It's a deep problem. I got a problem. My problem about to get me down. I said, I got a problem. And they're all about to get me down. Well, I got a problem with my woman, with my girlfriend, and my wife. When the problem first started, I was sneaking around with number 3. Number 2 got jealous and called my wife on me. My wife, she got mad, moved back home to her mother. Number 2 left town, and number 3 found a brand new lover. I got a problem. The problem all about to get me down. Well, I got a problem with my woman, with my girlfriend, and my wife. I love number 1, and I love number 2, but number 3 will do thing number 1, and number 2 won't do. Number 1, she can cook. Number 2 got plenty of money. Number 3 don't have a dime, can't cook at all, but she sure got some good honey. Lord, I got a problem. You about to get me down. Well, I got a problem with my woman, with my girlfriend, and my wife.
Yay!
All right.
The living legend, Bobby Rush. And
That was
you can
good.
see him on Sunday, May 26th at the Mega Fest, along with King George, Calvin Richardson, Chrisette Michelle, and a whole lot more in Holly Springs. And Marlena, you got tickets to give away.
I do. And first of all, Mr. Bobby Rush, thank you.
Well, you're welcome.
I've enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Thank you so much
You're welcome.
for being our first guest. Come back. Well, after you settle back, get back to Jackson, come back and visit us.
I will
We want you back.
We'll make sure
We
the
want you
Low get
back.
here and all this.
Yeah, Miss Lowe will be here.
Calvin,
Yeah.
my buddy here. I just love
Calvin Richardson next week.
Calvin, we'll have Calvin next week.
And Miss Lowe, the classy lady.
Classic lady. We're going to have her on
Nominated
as
for a
well.
Grammy too. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
wow.
We're going
It's
to have her
amazing.
on as well. But for now, we had a ticket giveaway to the Mega Fest where you're going to see this handsome man right
No,
here.
hold those tickets up. Bobby,
You're
so
gonna
you can
see him, and we have people enter our giveaway, and we have two winners.
not one, but 2.
We have 2 winners, and those winners are. Let me get those names.
Yeah, get the name.
Here we go. Let me
Get the
get 'em.
name. Foster
So
lady, maybe.
Look, the first one, her name is Rhonda Eustacia.
Right?
She won our Facebook giveaway. So, Rhonda, we will be reaching out to you and let us know how we can get those tickets to you. But we will be reaching out to you about that. So, congratulations, Rhonda.
Wanda, you station.
It's the one
That's a
ticket.
young name.
Well, she's going to get 2, and
She's gonna get
then
2.
Oh, it's a pair.
Pair of tickets.
It's a
she
pair.
has 2. So,
I'm
you
sorry,
take
but the
somebody.
pair
Take
ticket.
somebody with you, Rhonda. And then on Instagram, our winner is Tasha Wilson. So, Tasha, you will be getting 2 tickets to the Mega Fest where you're going to see Calvin Richardson, King George, Chrisette Michelle, and this handsome man right here, Mr. Bobby Rush,
the living legend himself.
the living legend. So,
Sunday, May 26th.
May 26th.
You can also get tickets online at eventbrite.com or call 901-355-7318. That's 901-355-7318 for info.
well, thank you so much again.
Well, thanks
Any
for having
parting
me on.
words?
Yeah, I just want to tell everybody thank you for. I may be seem like I'm cocky about what I'm saying, but I'm so thankful and so blessed to have all of you come to my show all these years. God have blessed me to tell you this: I love you, and you can't do nothing about it. See you at the show.
Thank you guys for joining us. Y'all have a good evening and enjoy your happy hour. And thank you for tuning in to the lounge.